Breaking news now before you go. A person is in the hospital after a crash between a car and a motorcycle. It happened near 144th and Corby just before 12:30 this morning. The motorcyclist did suffer life-threatening injuries.
And more breaking news now. A dangerous wildfire is burning in Spain's northern Aragon region. We want to take a look now at some new video from the Spanish Military Emergency Unit coming up on your screen right now. You can see the daunting conditions firefighters are facing from the ground. Government officials say the fire has grown to more than 11,000 acres, and the weather is not helping efforts to control the flames. Forecasters are expecting strong southerly winds today throughout the country, and this could spread the fire even further. Cerise?
Wow. All right, Maria, thank you. More top stories before you go now. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says a 7-year-old is in the hospital after a crash between a bicycle and a car. This happened about 7:30 last night. Right now, there's no word on how serious the child's injuries are.
A second child hurt in a crash near 114th and West Center Road has very sadly passed away. He was only 5 years old. His older brother, only 10 years old, died last week. Tanner Hunt, the man accused of causing that crash, is due back in court next month.
Well, detectives are looking for more information after a shooting sent 2 teens to the hospital. Officers arrived at 19th and Locust, where they found a 17-year-old boy. A short time later, a 16-year-old boy showed up at another hospital.
We know more about the Southwest Omaha property from which dozens of animals were seized last week. According to court documents, photos and videos show dead animals like chickens, pigs, and an emu on the property.
Well, the free live music series Jazz on the Green returns tonight for its second week at Midtown Crossings Turner Park. The lawn opens at 5 with a pre-show at 6:30. Tonight's headliner is CJ Chenier and the Red Hot Louisiana Band.